Are we resorting to comedy hour now? Obviously. Gravity. La La Land is reserved for special people that double speak, that say open is closed, closed is open. La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity. Obviously. La La Land, La La Land, La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity, gravity, gravity. Obviously.
Are you ready? Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom!
I don't hear you.
Dude, have I been speaking all this time? And the whole.
Have you not seen everybody's side chat going? Oi!
No, I wasn't reading the side chat. I was reading. But that was good. I appreciate it. Now, and then I forgot also to put the captions. Even if we had the closed captions, you were able to hear me. You know, maybe I'll lip sync one day. Lip sync, whatever it was. Thank you very much. Please hit the like under this video. Give me money via PayPal or Super Chat. Share the show. I was telling you that yesterday's show has been lost. I don't know why, but the email says, and I want to quote the email. I want to read it.
Oh.
Our team has reviewed your content, and we think you might need to make changes to make sure it doesn't violate our spam, deceptive practices, and scams policy.
What?
In the meantime, we made the following content private: Thursday festivities. We haven't applied a strike to your channel, and if you make changes or if you think we made a mistake, you can request to make your content public again. However, there might be some instances where YouTube keep your content private. So it is locked as private. Content locked as private won't appear on your channel in the search results, and it won't be visible to other users. Now, if I go to I'll share the screen so you can see what I see over here. If I go to my studio, that's strange, man. That shit doesn't happen. I mean, yeah, it is off. It is weird. It is strange. All right, I'll click on my live shows. Ready? There's a screen share. Click. I don't think there's anything that I shouldn't share here. Let me share that for YouTube, the interwebs.
A thought occurs. It wasn't us talking about that certain website that we both use, was it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
I mean,
It was so quick, so fast.
I mean, unlikely, and it's not like we actually said what it bloody was or anything, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And it's nothing, you know, dodgy.
There was nothing strange, nothing different. So I did two things. I changed the thumbnail, just in case, because it was that Josh-like thing, Jose JG, like a Josh, you know, and the boom time, you know, in the top. Because right, there's a trial going on, you know, it might consider deceptive. And then the title, I switched it, and I titled now is Thursday Festivities Discord Live. Gary, Flip Flop, and more.
Yeah.
Nothing different from what I usually do, right?
Yeah, no.
And it says private locked. Only I can see the video. Terms and policy. So, video is being reviewed to determine whether it's suitable for more advertisements. I already click on this and did it like risk review to see if it's, but then when I click appeal, this video has been made private by YouTube. I say, I want to appeal because, I mean, there's nothing off with it, but look what happens. Appeal not available. Motherfuckers, they kidnapped my video and they kept it. So I can see the video, I can watch it for myself, but it's just private. It's locked. It doesn't give me the options. It just doesn't allow me to do it. It is weird, man.
Was it?
I'm sorry? No, it wasn't the music. If it was the music, they would have told me that it was the music.
Yeah.
I have received copyright claims because of music or some other content.
Yeah.
But this isn't a copyright claim. It's odd.
I mean, that one you used to have as the intro, was it Welcome to the...
Yeah, Welcome to the Freak Show. Everything went through, and then copyright claim, every single one of them. I couldn't care because it was fun. But you see, I mean, the music was nothing, and then if I click in here...
From one to the other, there's nothing in between
from yesterday's show.
Yeah.
There's what's other ones in addition.
I'm lost, man. I don't know what to do, man. I'm just gonna. Because I was unable to appeal, I sent a feedback. I sent as a feedback, and it actually allowed me to take a screenshot from this page. So I took a screenshot from this video, and I said, like, please review this video. You know, there is nothing against the community guidelines. Please just allow me, you know, repost my video. Just let it go. You know, don't keep it to you private to me. And we shall see, man.
Very strange.
Very.
I'll tell you what. Let's send you something that you don't have to keep private. There you go.
Which I can download it and re-upload it. I'm gonna try that. I mean, because there was nothing wrong with it. Maybe, I mean, there's some segments I probably edit it and make it shorter, just kind of the fun parts. But for right now, at least I really wanted I really want what was the juice when Gary was here and some fun interactions among us. So I'll take my time. I'll clip it. I'll upload it.
Yeah, you don't want to lose that one for all eternity.
I see that. Yeah, I see that boom time is cool, man.
I was just going down through the gifs and thought, hello, there's actually a boom time. I don't think I'd scrolled down that far before.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah,
shit. Yeah, I'm just checking in on my PP. That's what I thought. I said, like, is he trying to tell me he gave me a little something? And Farmer's Boy say, you don't need to keep this private for $30. Farmer's Boy, yo, thank you very much, man.
That's quite all right, mate.
Big shout out to you, man. Thank you.
I got paid yesterday. I spent some money and I've still got a rather large amount of it left. I thought, okay, then.
Hey, that's awesome, man. I appreciate the support,
Hey.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Push me through, boost me up a little bit,
Yeah.
Thank you. We have in the house JMac, Chike, and Discord user as talkative as always.
I want to know who that is. I bet that's somebody we know. I bet it is. But it is what it is. They're happy to sit there and.
Is the curiosity?
Yeah. You just think, well, who is it? It could well be absolutely nobody at all. But I just, I just get that feeling that if they spoke, we'd go, oh yeah, that's what's his name. Yeah. I don't know.
Mike?
No, Mike's not here.
There's audio again. The plants are looking good. Check this out. These are the ones I planted. Was it about a month ago? Like 2-3 weeks ago? It's growing ridiculously compared to this one, which was planted the same day, the same time. That's what a plant should look like. But then this, wild. I don't know what type of flowers or something it is. This one, very small. It was right there in the middle. It's very sad. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be successful. Oh, he just it's just very small. It's gone. It wasn't holding anything.
No.
It happens sometimes, The carrots are not looking good. They're very sad. The tomatoes are looking good, and the bell peppers, the green peppers are looking good, but the carrots are not looking good. Now they are very close together, and I know that's one of the issues. So later I'm gonna grab one of the bigger pots and at least plant two, one each side, and see if they start blossoming and growing.
Oh, give them some room.
Yeah. We'll see, man.
Yeah, nice. That's good. I mean, as long as most of it's working, I mean, yeah, you're going to get the odd blip where it just says, no, sorry, I'm not.
Yeah. And then the little bit of flowers around, you say nothing wrong with flowers, man, and vines. I like it. And shout out to the Squeaky Earth. I haven't done this. So big shout out to I'm showing my class an odd squad, and they are talking about plants. Shout out to Mr. Malort and his class. We got the Squeaky Earth is populated by frogs. This is in Florida. This is what the Earth looks like, and it's just a big frog family. Mabbit. I mean, Mabbit. There you go. And this is how it sounds. We humans are born into this sound. The Earth makes this sound. This is just amplifying it. Because we are born in it, we don't hear it anymore. And that is the same reason why we don't feel the Earth rotation. Because we are born in it, we don't feel the rotation. Our senses are already locked into the amount of the speed that the Earth is going around. We can see it, we can observe it. As for the other objects outside the Earth, as they are not stationary. I'm not gonna say. There's a word before. There's an adjective before stationary. There are, to our eyes, stationary, and the Earth rotates. But what do we see? We see as if the Earth was stationary and the objects rotate around. But that's just the perspective, no pun intended, because it has nothing to do with optics about perspective. It's just the perspective on how do you perceive the things from Earth. Shout out to everybody. Take the floor, gentlemen.
You said the P word.
I say perspective, sorry.
Yeah, I know. Got to be careful with that word, because that is the answer for just about everything, isn't it? It's all
Yes.
perspective. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, when we look at these star trails and things, and they all seem to be traveling in the sky, we know that's not the case because they all appear to be traveling at the same speed. And of course, if things are closer and things are farther away, some would have to be going slower and some would have to be going faster. In fact, some would have to be going faster than is physically possible. Which leads us to the logical conclusion that it's not them that's moving, it's us that's moving.
Thank you, Mr. Malord. Bell peppers need constant sun. Thank you very much. They are growing good. They're getting bright light all day, but thank you for letting me know. So I will transfer them to the sunny area moving forward. Merv63 and J-Mac is also here. I got something to share with you. You guys want to say hello to YouTube first? And then I'll share a clip for you.
Hi, Jose.
I have repeated the Yoda shirt, the baby Yoda shirt.
Cool.
And it says, wanted. Oh, it's wanted. I mean, mirrored. I like it. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. There's a commercial by NASA over here. I want to share that. Share it and talk about it and comment on it. Kill my camera, screen share for the audience. So please click on my screen share, gentlemen, and you will be able to see and hear this in real time. We will have video, we will have audio. This video was just uploaded today or yesterday. Yeah,
today.
On the 20th of May, today. And this is the next commercial crew test mission to space on This Week in NASA. Let's hit it.
The next commercial crew test mission to the space station, outlining the agency's objectives for deep space exploration and covering the total lunar eclipse on Earth and from space. A few of the stories to tell you about This Week at NASA.
The summary. That's what we're going to talk about.
Cool.
2 or 3 little topics, you know. Here we go.
On May 19th, Boeing's CST-100 Starliner spacecraft launched from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida on Orbital Flight Test 2, or OFT-2. The mission is the Starliner's second uncrewed flight to the station for our commercial crew program. On May 17th...
So it's a testing, rocket testing, no, with no people on it?
Correct. It's a test of an uncrewed capsule. Yeah.
And what did they do? Orbit what? Like the space station?
I believe, because I just didn't get time to watch it yesterday. I believe it went up to the ISS, but
it's not there yet. It's
no, because they tend to take a while, don't they?
They had a little thruster issue, so I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do. But that's the plan.
All right.
Well, that's why they test things, I guess.
All right. Let's see the next. What's next?
Uncrewed flight to the station for our commercial crew program. On May 17th, NASA released a draft set of high-level objectives identifying 50 points that fall under 4 overarching categories of exploration for future Artemis missions to return astronauts to the moon in preparation for human exploration of Mars.
Boom. That was very important. It's what I've been saying like all this time. These upcoming moon missions are to prepare the astronauts or to prepare people being sent to Mars. Kind of what I've been saying. I mean, I say it in a more abstract and like raw way, but this is it.
To return astronauts to the moon in preparation for human exploration of Mars. The agency is asking U.S. industry, academia, international communities, and other stakeholders to provide input on these deep space exploration objectives. Learn more at nasa.gov/moon to Mars.
And I got that page opening here. We'll take a little look. This is Moon to Mars. We'll look at it after we check on finish watching.
The latest episode of our NASA Science Live was all about the total lunar eclipse on the evening of May 15th overnight into May 16th. It featured NASA experts and live views of the eclipse from around the world. Meanwhile, our Lucy spacecraft captured the imagery of the eclipse seen in this time lapse when the traveling spacecraft was about 64 million miles from Earth. It shows Earth on the left and the moon on the right, which can be seen disappearing into darkness.
So then this is what it be looking like to scale, I guess. I mean, it has to be. If this is from millions of miles away, Lucy taking this picture,
Yep.
Earth in the left, moon in the right, and this is the distance, the actual distance.
That's it. Because what did he say? It was it 64? I think he said 64 million miles away.
Yeah,
That shows why we never have diagrams showing the solar system to scale, because if you try to include the sun in that as well, well, it'd be pointless, because you wouldn't see the Earth, let alone the moon. It'd be too bloody small.
I play that segment.
Total lunar eclipse on the evening of May 15th overnight into May 16th. It featured NASA experts and live views of the eclipse from around the world. Meanwhile, our Lucy spacecraft captured the imagery of the eclipse seen in this time lapse when the traveling spacecraft was about 64 million miles from Earth.
64 million miles.
It's about roughly 2/3 the distance to the sun.
It shows Earth on the left and the moon on the right, which can be seen disappearing into darkness as it passes through Earth's shadow. The Lucy spacecraft is on its way to study Jupiter's Trojan asteroids.
Trojan asteroids? What the hell?
Oh, yeah, I can't remember which ones they are.
The Lucy spacecraft is on its way to study Jupiter's Trojan asteroids.
So there are, so Jupiter, is it asteroids that are kind of orbiting it? Are they close to it? We don't know too much about it.
Right. Trojans, and in this case Trojan asteroids, they share the orbit of a larger body, which I'm presuming in this case would be Jupiter. So they're on the same orbit as Jupiter, but they're sufficiently far enough away from it that they don't get pulled in by Jupiter's gravity.
Is Lucy short for Lucifer? Maybe.
It's probably abbreviation. Google it.
You know, it's kind of funny. The definition of a planet is that it has cleared its orbit. But if Jupiter's got Trojan asteroids, then it hasn't cleared its orbit, has it?
Oh.
Trojans sit at a Lagrange point. Is that true?
Yes.
Well, then they're not going to be cleared. Yeah.
Yeah. It's named. Lucy doesn't stand for anything. It's named after some very famous fossils that were found of one of humans' earliest ancestors, and they called the skeleton Lucy. And that name was derived from the Beatles song.
To the audience watching, what is inside this red rectangle? What is inside the red rectangle? And get rid of these letters, this Earth and the Moon. The actual objects are a real composite, a picture animation taken with pictures. So that's what we are told in the video. This is a correct size and distance. This is real to scale. All right.
Shadow. The Lucy spacecraft is on its way to study Jupiter's Trojan asteroids. Dust on the solar panels of our InSight Mars lander is causing the spacecraft to gradually lose power. As a result, the InSight team anticipates that the lander will become inoperative by the end of this year. InSight, which arrived at Mars in November 2018, has so far detected more than 1,300 Mars quakes and collected information to help improve our understanding of the interiors of rocky planets, including Earth.
Mars quakes is what they call it.
Well, they're not earthquakes, are they?
But the horizon is not horizontal either. I mean, and the planet is not. It's not. The planet is not a plane. You know, it's not. Weird, man. They actually use a good term. You know.
Talk about tangent, eh? What?
You know.
NASA's Cold Atom Lab, the first ever quantum physics facility aboard the International Space Station, has been used to shape atoms of gas cooled to nearly absolute zero, or about minus 459 degrees Fahrenheit.
This is what I'm interested in before we listen to the whole thing. When I heard this, I said like, well, all right, they're doing some kind of, experiments with atoms. Mm-hmm. What will it do for humanity? These experiments is my question, because everything that people do it has to be for some reason. They might have something in mind, or they just doing experiments and maybe they'll come up what to do with them. That's my question, and then I will continue to listen and see if they got something about it,
International Space Station has been used to shape atoms of gas cooled to nearly absolute zero, or about minus 459 degrees Fahrenheit, into extremely thin hollow spheres. This is similar to how liquids behave in microgravity and can't be duplicated on Earth. The accomplishment could lead to new kinds of experiments with a state of matter distinctly different from gases, liquids, solids, and plasmas, called a Bose-Einstein condensate, or BEC. In a BEC, scientists can observe the quantum properties of atoms at a scale visible to the naked eye.
Okay. So when you do all these experiments, scientists can observe whatever is happening there. So what will that do for us, for humanity? What will that accomplish? Scientists can look at something else?
Well, we never know. That's the beauty.
Exactly, right? We're just doing shit and we won't know.
There's no way to tell. You make observation, you discover something, and you don't know what someone will do with it in 30 years.
That's it.
I don't know. I call it a waste of time. That's what I would call it.
You want us to look for examples that happened in the past, discoveries that no one knew what good is it for until it was good for?
I'm sure there must be many.
For
Quite
sure.
often things are discovered purely by accident when they were trying to do something else.
Okay. I guess after they do all these experiments, scientists will be able to see things. I mean, makes sense.
Einstein condensate, or BEC. In a BEC, scientists can observe the quantum properties of atoms at a scale visible to the naked eye.
Hooray!
Our research mission to enable supersonic air travel over land has been renamed Quest. The name, which includes an extra S to represent supersonic, replaces the mission's original name, the Low Boom Flight Demonstration. Through Quest, NASA plans to demonstrate that the X-59 research aircraft can fly faster than sound without generating the loud sonic booms supersonic aircraft typically produce. That's what's up this week at NASA.
No boom.
No, very low boom.
Yes,
what
they want to get rid of
the hell?
boom.
Come on, NASA.
I know. Getting
Why
rid
are
of
you
the
doing
boom.
that to me? Oh man! All right, we got a PayPal hit over here. I heard those ding ding. Your notification came through, and there's a second one. I see 2 P's on my phone. PP. And it is from Merv63. Have a great show, Jose, with $6 on PayPal. Thank you very much, Merv63. Big boom! Unlike those new planes that they're testing. Any thoughts, guys? Updates this week at NASA?
I thought that was a very interesting little sort of roundup of things. Must admit, I didn't know about the X-59, which I'm now swatting up on Wikipedia about.
Yeah, they just changed the name, right? And doing more tests or whatever.
I'm just trying.
But it's a new device, right? I mean, it's a new.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see. This is the big problem with going supersonic. All the technologies we have at the moment, and that's why things like Concorde, they had to be sort of, if it was going from the UK to the US, it had to be over the sea, over the Atlantic first before it could go supersonic. Because when you have planes going supersonic over land, if they're too low, that can cause damage. And that's why generally aircraft are banned, certainly over here in the UK, from going supersonic if you're too low. You have to be up quite high. They do it sometimes, but it's frowned upon. So if they've now developed a way of aircraft going supersonic without creating the really loud boom that can break windows and all the rest of it, I know for a while they've been talking about making supersonic airliners again, because obviously once Concorde was withdrew, there was nothing. And people do like it if you can cross the Atlantic in a couple of hours.
Yeah, I don't think the Concorde can fly high enough to not cause damage when it's supersonic over land.
No, and that's the problem, because obviously it takes you a while to get up to altitude anyway. Or it does when you're an airliner. I mean, the military jets, the fighter jets, yes, they
I mean, look at
fairly quickly.
Look at the noise point. The point of this plane, dude, that's gonna just stab through the boom so smoothly. It's like you're doing a high jump in a pool. You know, like those acrobat. How do you call high jumps in a doing? You jump and you do a little twist around, and then you splash on the pool in the bottom. You know, on the water.
Oh yeah, the
I don't know the terms. I don't know the names.
I know what you mean.
But you got that. You jump in the paddle thing and you jump down. And if you fall in your back, you're going to have a big splash. But if you just fall either with your feet or your hands first or your fingers first, you barely get a splash. You know, that's what's going on with here. So we're not getting a big round tip or a big fat tip. You get a very, very thin needle type thing, and it's going to break through the boom that you will barely hear it, you know?
Yeah, but that's a bit CGI. It looks like a commercial airline with lots of windows, but the one NASA build will only take maybe 2 people.
I'm just trying to see what crew it has. At the very most, it's going to have a crew of 2, I bet, and no more. Yeah, the actual plane, the X-59 is much smaller than that. Yeah, two people at the most. It doesn't actually say. But the annoying thing is, I suppose it shouldn't be too surprising.
Dude, look how many windows has.
Well,
look how many windows this one plane has.
That's obviously their idea of the supersonic airliner version. But I can't actually see how it works.
All right. Webpage nasa.gov/topics/Moon to Mars.
Oh yeah.
It's not just if you want to find out anything updates related to the upcoming moon missions, you go to Moon to Mars. It's not just moon. It is as important to go to Mars, and do people think ahead, like I have mentioned a few times, and I get a lot of people say, like, I just disagree with you, Jose. I had a lot of that earlier in my times, that the reason that they want to do missions, manned missions to the moon and build in there, is to go to Mars, to the level that they call the Page Gate Moon to Mars. Agree or disagree with me?
I mean, yeah, they've already done the moon thing. If we're going back to the moon, we're doing it. We're now doing it for something else. You know, they've landed on it 6 times. They've taken lots of samples and photos and everything else. Now, if we're going to the moon, it needs to be for something else.
Now, for the last year, full solid year, 2 years ago, everybody's saying, all of us here in the call, you guys, everybody, I cannot wait for 2024 till they put men back on the moon. By men, I mean women, black people, whatever. Men are going to just round it up as men. I cannot wait for 2024. That was 2 years ago. In the last solid full year, everybody, every time that I say men on the moon on 2024 or else, everybody was telling me, no, Jose, you're just not thinking. You're just not thinking properly. It's not going to happen. And if we go to the NASA.gov Moon to Mars, what do we find over here? Like top of the page, underneath this picture of this little old lady. NASA publishes Artemis plan to land first woman, next man on moon in 2024. But so you will say, it's not that they're going to do it. They are planning to do it. They still want to do it. But why are we keeping the 2024 if even you guys tell me, if you're reading between the lines, if you hear the press conferences, the people, the reunions at NASA, they say they're not going to be able to land men on the moon in 2024. They are not going to do it. Why is still a year, 2024, that says they're going to put men on the moon back then? I'll mute myself.
Oh, we're just getting the sounds of Florida. Yeah, I mean, I'll just look in the first mission, Artemis 1, which is the undermanned mission to the moon. You know, they're basically testing the entire system and sending the capsule around the moon and all the rest of it. That was slated to be this month. Now it's August. So who knows?
Anybody else? Comments, thoughts? Men, women will walk on the moon in 2024 again?
I just have a question. What is the current progress of the Artemis program?
Well, I was just saying, if you look on the Wikipedia page for Artemis 1, it gives the planned launch date history, and in January of this year they said March. In February of this year they said May, and then became April, and then in March they said June, and then in April they said August. So we've already slipped. At the start of the year they said yes, we'll launch in March, and now they're saying they'll launch in August, because as you may be aware, they've been doing testing and refueling and been having problems. So,
but the thing is that
not been going smoothly for them. Let's put it that way.
For the last 3, maybe 4 years, like 2, 3, I think 2.5 to 3 years ago, we were given this date of 2024. We would think that they change it. We would think that they change it now.
Yes,
then.
I'm surprised that they haven't changed that, because everything's been knocked back. You know, they've had problems. Then of course all the the lurgy that's been going around has sort of impacted just about everything everybody's doing everywhere around the bloody world. So it's bound to impact this. I'm really surprised they haven't actually said, yeah, do you know what, 2024 is not going to happen. It could be 2025. They ought to be.
And this isn't like Wikipedia that could be outdated. They could be more updated than this. It shouldn't, because this is the original NASA.gov page. Let me go to the NASA.gov. We'll do it again just in case.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah.
And if we schedule, it should be a link to the moon Lucy Artemis. All right. Should be a page, a link like to the moon thing, right? How do I reach that? I'm not too a topic. Sorry. Let's do it in here. Moon to Mars. I mean, that's it. There's no other link to go to these upcoming moon things. So if we go here, I wasn't showing something outdated. This is what you find today.
Yeah, they are still saying, because the Wikipedia pages, they are quite good. If there's another date, they update it. So they're showing Artemis 1 at the moment is being predicted for August this year. Artemis 2, which is the first crewed mission, is still being shown as May 2024.
Yeah, and Professor Phil Bell, 100% agree with you. That's what I have been saying all along for the past 2 years. The reason for going to the moon is to set up permanent stations. I've been saying
that. Yes, gateway.
I've been saying that. You guys know that I've been saying that.
Oh, yeah.
That they have to go there, they have to build, and they have to have a pretty much a permanent fucking I'm forgetting words. They have to be there pretty much permanently. They can go and come.
A permanent presence.
Presence, a permanent presence. Thank you. That's the word.
Yeah.
Presence on the moon, pretty much to test tools, gadgets, technology, the suits, rovers, everything related to space. Can they test it on the Earth? Yes, they have to test it on the Earth before sending it to space, and then they will test it again on the moon, which will be that gateway, that jump point, in order to then plan for a future go to Mars. They can start planning to go to Mars today, but they are not going to do it. They are not going to put that in writing. We are going to go to Mars to this year until they have this permanent on the moon. The reason they're going to the moon is to build a base on the moon and test all the equipments before doing the next plan, which is going to boom. I'll mute myself.
Yeah, it makes logical sense. Yeah, if you know you're going to be having multiple missions going to the moon, then build the equivalent of the ISS that's going to be orbiting the moon, because then once that's done, the following missions, they don't have to do things like carry sort of lunar modules with them, because you're going to have a couple of them there at the station, which means you can be bringing other things. There's going to be lots of things they're going to want to bring to test, to start making stuff. It just makes it makes so much sense to have gateway, as they're calling it, and for logical reasons, because it's the gateway to Mars,
a moon base.
Yeah, I'm sure there. Yeah, eventually there will be something permanent on the moon, but I suspect to begin with, it'll be gateway that gets used the most, and you'll just use that as a stopover point, going down, coming back up, going down, coming back up. You ain't got to come up and go all the way back to Earth, then come all the way back again with a fresh mission and fresh machines. The Gateway space station is the sort of the stepping stone for all that. But yeah, it's at some point there'll be a semi-permanent presence on the moon surface as well. Bound to be.
We got the early ultimate missions, and it is on track for 2021. I mean, was.
Yeah, it was.
This is outdated, bro, and this is in the NASA, bro. It should be outdated.
It should be. I mean, if Wikipedia can update their page, I'm bloody sure NASA can.
I mean, fucking A. And Artemis will fly with the crew in 2023.
Yeah, well, at the moment, they're still saying May 2024, so...
And here's the paragraph, in 2024. And then for those, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but they should have. I mean, this should be updated. Because then people like me that are assholes and want to grab into any last straw to just either disprove or prove my point right or prove them wrong, we're going to grab into shit like this, They should be more professional and update their shit,
Yeah, Artemis 2, which is manned but isn't landing on the moon, they're just, they're going to do basically what Apollo 8 did and just go out and go round it. Yeah, that's now 2024. Artemis 3, which is the first landing again, that's now at the moment slated for 2025.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, and the way this is going, that'll just slip again and again, I'm sure. But
you two worked out, Jose. Listen, in all the time it's going to take to go to Mars, we don't know. There may be a technological breakthrough or some new Einstein will come with the complete or better theory of something, and they'll have a hyperdrive or something, and all this for nothing because we can launch from your backyard a spacecraft to Mars.
yeah, who knows? Yeah, somebody could make that
super chat. Super chat by Parabindu, $5. Thank you, Parabindu. Stargazing software helps fight breast cancer. And there is a Huffington Post link over here. Parabindu shared that. Thank you very much. Parabindu, everybody click on the link that he or she shared in the YouTube chat box and check it out. Thank you very much, Parabindu. Boom. Yeah, they are not professionals. NASA is not professional. They last updated this on January 4th of 2021, over a year ago. Nobody had come and said, like, you know what? Let me change these articles, either update what is written, write a new article, giving a new date lines. They are just deceiving the public. This NASA webpage, when I'm sent to it, just by this page, I know that they are deceiving me. So I don't have anything to look at on this NASA webpage if I know they are not updated in the right time. And in the daily basis, probably something get updated in NASA. I mean, wait 2 or 3 months to update it, but over a year, unprofessional, unacceptable.
But Jose, it's not deceiving to have a plan.
Have the plan changed? Yes.
Yeah, but there's still 2 years before the deadline, which is plenty of time to make updates and changes.
But as Farmer's Boy say, even in Wikipedia, you can find update information about NASA. But you cannot find that same information in their actual main page.
Well, maybe their website's not really their priority.
Oh, no, that's not what people go first to for information. If they want to find a direct source of anything related to NASA, they wouldn't go to the nasa.gov website.
I think 5-10 years ago, you'd have been right. But I think nowadays, no. I think people go straight to YouTube, they go straight to Twitter, go straight to Facebook.
And if anybody have to write anything for university college, you think they can link or say, I found that information on a YouTube video or in Google, or they can say, no, this is from the original source, nasa.gov, any.gov webpage. Professionals should be looking into this. The people that really want the source from the horse's mouth should go through nasa.gov. But what I see is they are not being professional. They're not updated. They are deceiving the public.
Well, maybe you need to look at who actually runs that site for them, because I doubt it's NASA directly.
Yeah, but that's the webmaster, not NASA. Or public relation or whatever.
Yeah, it will be NASA.
Yeah, it should be NASA. Let's try that first, the main page. Live at 3:30 p.m. So there's an update in the main page of NASA about something that is going to go down live in real time. Right? If we go here, look, it's updated. NASA events, Friday, May the 20th, Saturday, May the 21st. This is updated. Everything is updated. So what's up with the Artemis? Why isn't it updated? Why isn't that segment updated, even though it was mentioned in a video uploaded earlier today?
Because
I just cannot I just cannot understand it, man. Please help me out.
But there's still plenty of time.
Yeah, maybe they haven't changed it because they're still hoping they'll hit that deadline, but don't think they're going to.
Maybe a year from now they'll go, maybe not, and they'll update it.
Maybe.
But I think it was Shite who said it. I mean, anything could happen between now and then.
Yeah. And it is a silly point. I agree. A silly point that you might think this is a silly point because you find more information other places on the interwebs, on Google or YouTube. You find more updated than NASA.gov. But really, I am when somebody asks for can I have an original source for that information? You guys ask for original sources. If you find a cherry pick video of either some clip of the ISS or something that Flat Earthers put, can you just link me the original video from NASA, from the original source? So you guys want a source that is valid and updated in real time, right?
Yeah, of course.
So why can't I have that?
I'll as soon as I get home, I will upload in the side chat the link.
I think it depends on the way you actually view what a website is or for. You want up-to-date information, then generally, I see that as a sort of almost like a broadcast format where they put things out, and then when things change and new things happen, they put that out again, and what was there is still there. It's more of a bulletin board than. Do you understand what I mean?
NASA has thousands of people working for it, right? They cannot. You don't think they have somebody highly qualified to update a website?
Well, they must do, but I don't know. I don't work for NASA, so what do I know?
All right. Yep.
Well, it all depends who's updating the site for them. I mean, maybe they haven't given them any new information.
Hold on makes a good point. NASA is not SpaceX, which is commercial. Yeah, SpaceX tend to be more on top of that sort of thing.
But then you guys complain at me when I bring this up, and you say I flip-flop, for fuck's sake. When I say that the men will walk on the moon again in 2024, because that's what the NASA, what the site says.
No, you make a valid point, and yeah, I mean personally, I think they should keep it as up to date as possible. But like I said, what do I know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you think something like something as major as going back to the moon. You know, if things have changed, you'd think they'd want to tell people, but maybe they're just being ridiculously optimistic and thinking, no, don't change it because we might hit that yet. No, you won't. You know,
maybe it's the other way around. Maybe a lot of things change a lot of times, and they don't update it because they'll be forever updating it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Artemis 1. You know, it was going to be January, then it was going to be March, then it was going to be May. Now it's August, and that's in the space of 4 or 5 months. Because they are having problems. You know, they've shown that these fueling tests they're doing, they're having problems. Yeah, if they can't fuel the bloody thing, then it ain't going to get off the ground, is it? So,
thing is, the world's changed.
Yeah,
and now safety is everything, ain't it?
Well, yeah, but and that's why you have tests. You know, they've made a new system, new hardware, new everything, and you've got to test it because the last thing they want is to go, yeah, everything's fine, and to launch this thing, and here's Artemis 1, 70,000 feet, and goes boom. They really don't want to see that.
I have to say this because it's eating me inside. Did you say that the world turns or change?
So the world's changed.
Oh, fuck it. I thought it was turns because I got it. While the world turns, a hungry little boy with a runny nose plays in the street as if cold wind blows in the ghetto.
No,
thank you very much.
Here, please. No,
I had to. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, I got stuck. I got stuck for a second there, but I knew the words were in my brain. I just never. I mean, I don't think I have spoken in over a year now.
Yeah, but NASA's days of rushing are over, aren't they?
Yes, you are. There is no race. You know, obviously there was back in the 60s, but
Why is there? Isn't there a race against flat earthers?
no.
No. Flat Earth is already lost.
Do you know how much NASA care about flat earthers?
Shout out to Blue. I hear a little bit of a sound. Try your mic now, Blue.
How about now?
Loud and clear, solid.
Yeah. Well, I posted in the Daily Boom, I think it says, NASA provides update to astronaut moon lander plans under Artemis. And that was released a little less than 2 months ago.
Where did you post it, Blue? See it in the
In
uncensored.
the Daily Boom.
See, didn't.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Well, let's see where I posted it then. Hang on. Oh, hell. I put it in Gary. That was a mistake.
Enjoy, Gary.
Shout out to Gary. Gary, there you go. You got some information about the moon there.
What the hell?
I'm sure he'll read it.
No, I can't see it there either. There's somebody already deleted it because
I don't know where I put it.
What?
I want to avoid the music today just in case. That's why I got my video blocked yesterday, yesterday from YouTube. So I don't know.
No, I'd hang fire on that until you actually get something back from a person, because I bet all you're getting is the automated review system. Oh, where did you?
You're unable to do that, Blue. Let me see. Oh no, it's not in Gary. In spam. No, nonsense.
I don't know.
I'm just checking all the other Discord channels.
In the Daily Boom? Is it in the Daily Boom? I mean, server? Is it? Are you sure it's not in your server?
It might be in my. I don't know where I put it.
Well, hang
Try that
on.
again.
It's not in Blue Ops.
Okay.
It's. Excuse me. It's not in live chat.
Yeah, it's not in any of the.
Stop worrying about where it's not.
There you go.
Stop worrying about where it's not. It's in Daily Boom now.
It is.
It is now, yeah.
There we go.
You put that.
There's a good bet you're not going to find it where it's not. So,
an illustration. This is an illustration of a suited Artemis astronaut looking out of a moon ladder hatched across a lunar surface. The lunar terrain vehicle and other surfaces elements, released by NASA. And we got NASA provides update to astronaut moon lander plans under Artemis. And it was just a few months ago. Yeah, this is. So it is on the inside the. It's a different link than the one I clicked inside the NASA.gov.
There's a link right there.
Yeah, I didn't click on that Artemis. Did I? Was it? It's the link that I.
I just posted the link, Jose.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they've still got Artemis 1 down for August.
NASA.gov press release. Okay. Good.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, that demonstration mission is targeted for no nearer than April 2025. What? In 2021, NASA selected SpaceX as a partner to land the next American astronaut on the lunar surface. And that's not going to be no earlier than 2025, so it's not going to be any more in 2024. They should then delete that one date that they got in the other link inside this same page, NASA, right?
No, they're not going to go back and update old press releases time and time again. They're not going to do that. You put out a new press release.
So I said it's more like a bulletin board.
Disappointing, man. Very disappointing. And what I mentioned, 2.5 years ago when this came up, the Artemis, men back on the moon. I think the very first day that I heard that, I don't know if it was 2-3 years ago, when I said it live, There's no evidence because my older channel is gone. But I say, men will never walk on the moon ever again while I am alive in my lifetime. And I expect to be at least 100 years old before I die. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to die in next year or in 2 years. I hope not. Because then that will be still inside the 2025. It's not going to be 2025. It's not going to be in 2030. It's not going to be in 2040 or 2050. I don't think men will ever walk on the moon. That's my prediction. And I hope to be proven wrong and eat some humble pie and then, just bow to the mother NASA that put men back on the moon. I really want to do that, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I'd say within the next 10 years, there have been more people on the moon than have been to the moon already.
Yeah. Yeah, quite probably.
Do you think it's too far off for me to say? It's like, I don't know, I don't know. Yeah, I cannot think in an analogy of something that we are told this is going to happen and it just never happened. For that, we were told something was going to happen 100, 200 years ago in the prediction books and never came to fruition. I cannot think of a solid example, but I think this is one that we're living today. That men will walk on the moon. This is that prediction that will never come to fruition. And I am predicting that, Jose JG, boom, right here.
Alrighty.
That's neither here or there. Anyway, that's my opinion. I got nothing. Nobody got nothing to prove me wrong. You cannot still prove me wrong because I'm actually being proven right. For the past 3 years, they've been saying a date and then now they're pushing it. So yeah, I've been proven right so far. See.
Jose, I don't think it will be long before you are proven wrong.
Well, men have to walk on the moon to be proven wrong. Men has to walk on the moon, or women.
It's the only thing. The only thing that's disappointing isn't just that NASA's dragging their feet, but that also China is dragging their feet. If they announced plans to go back or go to the moon for the first time, you can be darn sure there'd be another space race, another moon race, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Well, I think it was damn short-sighted of NASA not to be able to predict the pandemic ahead of time.
Yeah, terrible.
With all the satellites.
Will anyone here in the room rather watch Spider-Man cartoon or movie that happened in the 50s or 60s, 70s? Or you'd rather watch a modern Spider-Man? Yeah, is it fun to watch the old one? Yes, it will crack you up. It will be hilarious. It'll be funny. It will be so outdated and everything. But if you watch one like the new one, it's going to be mind-blowing, the effects, the story, everything. It will be super awesome. That is the necessity to go back to the moon, not just to see it for this big agency to share with the public what they are doing and the quality of the videos and tests and experiments, but just for the advancements that what they will be doing 100% more, 99% more than what they did if they did 50 years ago. So yeah, if I had only one choice, well, Jose, you can watch Gone with the Wind, black and white, Gone with the Wind. I said, like, that looks shitty. But they say, but next year we're gonna have a Gone with the Wind in the movie theaters, and Steven Spielberg is gonna direct it. Oh fucking A! I will look forward for that shit, and I will go to the movie theaters or watch it. And it never came out next year. Oh, Steven Spielberg died before he finished recording the movie. Oh fuck. Well, okay, we gotta go. We have a Gone with the Wind. Am I gonna recommend it? Fuck no. To me, it's shitty. I wouldn't recommend it. The best special effects ever, best acting ever. Well, maybe when you saw it when you were a kid, if you did. I don't think like that on the moon. If something happened 50 years ago and they are telling me that something is going to happen now in the near future for what technology was then to what it is now, there's nothing to look back for. Everything that we look forward for is in the future. That's my opinion.
When Captain Kirk flipped his communicator open and said, "Beam me up," people laughed, Jose. And then 40 years later, people were standing in the middle of the street, flipping their phone open and talking to anybody
and getting beamed up where? Where is people getting?
No, but when he flipped that
so it's not the same, no?
And he spoke to someone,
Yeah,
people laughed.
as far as transport technology.
Wrong analogy, bro. Wrong analogy.
I didn't laugh. I just was like, "Wow, that's so cool." And then,
have you come around again?
Yeah, then I worked actually for a little while at Motorola, and worked on the StarTAC phone, if anyone remembers that, which was a flip phone, very small flip phone.
Yeah, because they went out of fashion, didn't they? And now they're coming back into fashion.
Yep. And guess what? They made that sucker in the United States. And I was at Motorola near Atlanta, and one day, they said they were going to close the factory, and so we all knew the place was going to close. Great big crates came one morning into the factory, and on the crates it literally said to China, and they put all of the machines, all the equipment in the boxes, and we quite literally watched our jobs get shipped to China.
Yeah, I bet.
Wow.
And now Motorola is basically no more.
Yeah, whatever happened to Motorola?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was a great place to work, actually. The management was really good. They only beat us a few times. But the manager that was directly under my team, I've forgotten his name. He had to stay over Y2K. Remember that? He had to stay at the factory. But he had this thing called MBWA, which was a management style that they had adopted. And MBWA stands for Management by Wandering Around.
Oh, yes, I'm familiar with the system, yeah.
And so we chatted for, at length about various things. So he's a really cool guy, really good place to work. But they couldn't financially make it work, It's a shame.
Yeah.
So there's still for today, and I don't know when, but there's still no teletransportators, right, for matter, like that beam me up now, and you disappear over here and appear over there. This still doesn't exist. That was a wrong analogy, right? Okay.
Some of the things they could predict, some of the things they can say, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. But some of the things, the transporters were created because Gene Roddenberry didn't want awkward scenes where they're constantly going to shuttlecraft and getting in and out of shuttlecraft and all the rest of the stuff and sitting in shuttlecraft. And they didn't want to have that. And they'd have to shoot all those scenes in cramped environments. And so they didn't want all that in the episodes. So they basically said, well, what can we do? And they said, well, let's just beam them. Let's just, have them dematerialize and materialize. And that's what they came up with.
I think the closest we've been there was, let me think of his name, the Fly guy. This.
Yep.
Please give me his name. I got it in the tip of my tongue.
Oh, are we talking about the film The Fly?
Yeah, actor name, please.
It was Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum is the closest one to came to teletransportation. Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hey, how did I forget Jeff Goldblum? Hunger does that to me. I forget words and things. Like for real, I'm starving. I'll be
Well,
heading out in a minute.
Life finds a way.
It's like having a mini stroke, but for the longest time, for like an hour-long stroke, like getting tilted in my words.
It's just called having an elderly moment. The older you get, the more often it bloody happens. What?
I couldn't think of the word presence earlier. I cannot think in many words. Jeff Goldblum. How am I going to forget Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, mind farts, mate. Yeah, I tell you. Once you hit middle age, get used to it.
I'll tell you an exciting story when we're off air.
He built a teletransportator in his basement.
Yeah, but something else got in there with him.
My wife.
He's turning into his wife. What?
What? If I had a Snickers, I'll eat it, but I don't have one.
A watermelon.
Now that would be weird.
Someone look up the band. Half Man, Half Biscuit.
Jelly Baby.
Anyone ever heard that band? Some of the Brits may have. Half Man, Half Biscuit.
No.
Go from the bell.
Star Trek is not set in the present. Star Trek is set in a far future, further away from us, further ahead, right?
Well, a few hundred years, but not by many. It's well, depends which bloody Star Trek you're watching, of course, because now they're all over the place. But the original Star Trek was only, I don't know, what was it, a couple of hundred years in the future or something?
Maybe 300, I think.
Yeah, but of course the awkward thing is every time it says, "Oh, Captain's log star date," and the date meant absolutely bloody nothing. It was like, what?
It didn't mean nothing.
I'm sure it meant something, but when they gave the star date, it's like, well, what does that mean?
It was, I think it's oh gosh, I'd have to look it up, but the star date is actually, I think it's a random couple of numbers and then the season number and episode number.
Oh, right, yes.
To everybody watching on YouTube, please boom the like now. There's 40 plus people watching, only 21 likes. 21 likes, please hit the like now, and please support the channel via PayPal or Super Chat. Appreciate it.
All right.
Who is Bob Todd? Bob Todd. Let me look him up. The name just came to my mind. Bob Todd. I don't know. No, I got a lot of Johnny Depps in the gifts. Okay, Blue, go ahead.
I have no idea. That's all I said.
Yeah. Because say that 99% of the gargoyles look like Bob Todd, but I don't know who Bob Todd is, so I can neither agree or disagree. I know what a gargoyle look like, kind of. Oh, the singing cost me some support.
Are you sure you know what a gargoyle looks like?
I am not Bob Todd. Yes. Oh, from American Dad. That's a cartoon that I never watched.
Oh God, I haven't watched that in ages.
I know it's a cartoon, but I never watched. If you unflattered someone in a transporter, you have really transported them, or have you just murdered a flirt and produced a new normie? If you unflatter someone in a transporter, have you really transported them, or have you murdered a flirt and produced a new normie? That's a good food for thought. There's no mind swipe, not mind wipe. There's no mind reset, brain reset in those teletransportation.
No.
You think it would be cool to have to somebody in a near future build some kind of a chip that goes to humans' brains, and you'll be able to reset that chip. So by resetting the chip, you will lose all the nonsense like feelings and beliefs and shit like that, and just make you a grounded person with just raw knowledge, with everything that you have learned so far. And yes, you have your family and friends and all that stuff, and you're still going to appreciate them the same. But as for personal beliefs and nonsense, that would be cool to be able to reset one's brain and just leave you with knowledge and get the nonsense out of it.
And what are we gonna do then?
What are we gonna do? Well,
no flat earthers, no idiots.
But there will be those who either have not in the old ones that have not installed the chip in their brains, and those who have the chip and have not reset it, have not used that option yet.
I see. Anti-vaxxers.
Oh, forbidden word, forbidden term in this channel. He's a anti-climbers. He's talking about climbing mountains. Yeah. You guys heard wrong.
It's my accent.
Yeah, it's the accent. Yeah, didn't help you there. Can the chip please erase someone's sibling? I don't know. So they will be called ship for brains. The people that doesn't have the chip will be shit for brains, and the normals will be chip for brains. Don't get it all mixed up now.
Well, it could come in pretty handy from time to time, but I foresee the possibility of some misuse also.
Yeah.
All right. There's going to be so much trial and error, because in the first trials, the people will be numb to just sensations and feelings and the appreciation for the loved ones, family and friends. They will lose all the shit. They will forget, like, the fuck are you? I seen you before. You're my best friend. Tears, and shit like that. No, I don't know. You go away.
People have already started putting chips inside themselves.
I wonder if it's possible to reset all the way back to Flurf level.
Ooh.
That's a scary thought.
Ooh, who'd want to do that?
Ouch.
I mean, it's possible. It's kind of possible in the computer systems, like to do how do you call the option? You want to go back to last week, the settings that you had last week, but you want to just roll back, whatever was done recently. You create restore points, in the brain. It's either, I don't know, every month. Let's say every month, the chip will automatically store what you got up to that point, and within the next 1, 2, 3 weeks, if you just get so tense, the depression got you got in so much trouble, then you can use the option to reset to the previous month, and that way you don't have to go through that pain of the depression and all that shit again. I'm spitballing over here and trying to make something new, man. Now, who's want to be my guinea pig?
If you had a chip that could do that, then you have to just take away the depression.
Yeah, the depression, people wanting to hurt themselves, people wanting to hurt others.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
a lot of good things.
you could just do that directly. Why would it need to reset you or take you back?
It's like a time machine for the brain.
It's called a snapshot.
Any better idea than that one? Right.
You know, you decide to you want to forget something. You click the reset, and then there's the lottery. You win the lottery, but you forgot where you put your lottery card. Gone.
Bullshit. Mandeville say that's the plot for Jim Carrey's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I saw that movie when I was younger, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and I don't remember that being the plot. It's an odd movie, strange, with the Kate Winslet, I think that's her name, and him. It's an okay movie, but I don't remember that being the plot. I'm gonna have to watch it again if that's the plot. Maybe I'm having some kind of deja vu, or just memories are coming back, but I just don't remember the plot of the movie at all. Oh well, I guess. I was watching the new episodes of there's the Twilight Zone. There's the new modern season. I didn't know that existed. I used to be a big fan of the Twilight Zone when the old ones, you know. But there's a new Twilight Zone thing. Yeah, you got a little bit of a feedback there, Blue. Had my
Didn't realise there was a new one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, I watched like the first 3 episodes. They're okay. I mean, the first one actually caught my attention. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And I watched the other 2. They're okay. They're good little. They're like just mini movies, you know, either 30 to 45 minutes movies. They're all right.
Oh, I've started watching that film you was on about yesterday.
Yeah. Much you watch like 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes is hectic in that movie. I found it. Like busy, like.
Oh no, I'm 45. I've just had a look because I got it on pause on. Yeah, that's that's interesting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Jamie Lee Curtis, eh? She's obviously enjoyed herself in it. Yeah, no, I just haven't had time to watch it all today.
And it was a surprise to see the old man from the old guy from the older like movies, you know, like kung fu movies and shit. He's a good actor.
I thought, it's him. But of course, her husband was Short Round out of the second Indiana Jones film.
Right. Is the old man the one from Big Trouble in Little China? The older guy, the one he plays,
amongst 1,000 other films, yeah. I think.
Yeah. He's still hanging around. He's really old, man.
Yeah, I thought he died, to be honest. I was quite surprised. I did too. But yeah, it's a bit different, but I'm enjoying it.
Sorry, people on YouTube, you guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, some weird multiverse movie with Jamie Lee Curtis and the Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah,
recommend.
Yeah, that the title sums it up quite well, I think. Yeah, there was a thing. The Culture novels, a very good series of sci-fi books. The humans in there could have a thing called a neural lace, and it's basically this thing although it's in your body, it's mainly connected with your brain, and it can allow you to sort of interface wirelessly with computers and machines. It does memory storage. It even actually backs you up, so that were the worst to happen and you died, there would be a backup of you, all your memories, everything that makes you you, and they could clone you another body and upload you into that. So it does, sort of gives you some degree of immortality.
Fun fact, the guy from Big Trouble in Little China just got his own Hollywood star at like 94 years old. Holy hell.
Blimey, they made him wait that long. Good grief. 94.
Jose's mind's already gone. You imagine it in another 100 years.
It's true.
Damn. What I feel for is Betty White. I love Betty White. She was, and I actually didn't know Betty White before, maybe in the past like 10 or 15 years is when I just met her for the first time, because I didn't watch any of her, little shows or sketches or nothing. And then I seen her like in talk shows and shit like that. I say, who's this nice old lady? I fell in love with her. Like, I love her. And so sad that she died so close to be 100 years old.
Yeah. Oh, yes, no name. Yeah, Altered Carbon. There's a bit like that, yeah. But Ian Banks got there first.
There's a little channel that I'm subscribed to that they do movie shorts, like 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, little short movies.
Yeah.
There's a lot about time travel and multiverse, like that. Mostly about time travel. It's really cool, man. There's one titled the 1 minute time machine, something like that. And I don't remember well, but I know he's in a bus stop. There's a girl in there, and the guy come in with a box. This box is the 1 minute time machine. And he like, oh, how you doing? Whatever. She like, oh, like, like weirdo. And he like, all right, let me try again. Boop, press the button, and he come back. He returned that 1 minute. Like, excuse me, can I have a seat? Oh yeah, please. He said like, like so cool. And every time he go back 1 minute. There's a point that he go so far, and then he keep going back. And then he explained to the girl, this is what's going on, because she was a scientist. So she knew, he was able to explain her, and she understood. She said like, holy shit. And then they show was from a different perspective. Then at the end, super mind blown, that was her perspective on seeing, like, with the first time, like, hey, how you doing? She go like, ew. And he pressed the button. What she sees is sitting there, and she see the guy pressing the box, and poof, just falling dead. Poof. And then what's going on is he's going through all kinds of different multiverse. Every time that he presses the button, he dies, and another version of him continues where he pick up from. So all you see is a compilation of the girl just getting crazy because she always seen this guy dying and dying. It's hilarious, man. It's a good plot. It's not confusing, but it was mind blowing to see that end. I said like, yeah, beautiful, man. Those little twists that you don't expect at the end. Good stuff. And who comes up with this shit? Is these people that dream a lot, that think a lot, fantasize a lot? Like people that come up with these theories about time travel and shit? People, I don't know, man. I don't know if they call them fantasists or genius.
Yeah, I don't know. Could easily be one or the other.
Groundhog Day is one of my favorites.
Oh, God, I haven't watched that in a dog's age.
It is one of my favorite movies ever, man.
I can't remember the last time I watched that.
Oh, I watched it like last year, probably. I got to rewatch it again. It's been a while. And before that, I watched it the year before and the year before, since it came out like 3 or 4 times a year. Yeah.
It's been some interesting films sort of connected with time and time travel, haven't there?
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow is really good with Tom Cruise. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
A lot of people slag that off, but I really enjoy that film.
I like that a lot, yeah. It's like Groundhog Day, but in war, with Tom Cruise,
It's got nothing to do with what's name being in it. Blunt. Is it Emily Blunt?
Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise, yeah.
With the dirty great big sword. She's very good in that. I do like her.
Yeah, it's good. And I watched one silly, a girly movie. I thought I seen this name, Happy Death Day. And I said, somebody recommended me this. They say, if you like Groundhog Day, watch Happy Death Day. I said, all right, let me watch it. And I fucking truly enjoyed it, that I had to watch the second part right after the first one ended. There's 2 movies. And it's just like Groundhog Day, but it's a more of a teenager's movie, in a school, and he's with a girl, the one that repeats the day over and over. Really cool, man. And when it ended, the second one started right there with the same girl, same team, pretty much. Really cool, man. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, they've announced they're going to do a sequel to Live, Die, Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat.
All right, we going off topic. Anyway, man, I'm starving. I don't know if I want to just take a pause and go away to eat and come back. I think I'm gonna go away because it's I got to do a bunch of things today. A bunch of things, and tomorrow I'll probably do the volunteer in the food bank thing at noon for a few hours. So if I get a show, I'll do one in the afternoon. If I don't get caught up watching the fights, UFC, if there's any, I don't even know if there's gonna be tomorrow or not.
I wouldn't know about that. No, it's cool that you do the the whole volunteering thing.
Oh, there's the neighbor. Let me ask you. Hey, neighbor, let me ask you a question. Underneath the house, for the other side, there's a bunch of like long pipes, like PVC pipes. Can I grab one of those pipes? I need it for something. Are you sure? Cool, thank you.
Ah.
Hell yeah. Now what I told you.
There you go. That's taking care of that then. You can make your irrigating.
Yeah, my irrigating thing. Just drill a few holes along the yard in front of me. Just pull the hose a little bit and plug it into the end. I'm gonna plug the other end of the thing and just let it roll slowly, Yeah. Hell to the yeah.
You're pissing out, do you? Because you just wash your plants away.
Yeah, and I just let it, open it just a little bit so it doesn't, go crazy, and I can just sit in here and chill and monitor every once in a while, switch it around.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, let's do some final thoughts. This was a short show today. I'm gonna try to figure out how to contact YouTube again later, about yesterday's video. But I'm still gonna download it on my end because I'll probably just screen record it or download it. I might be able to download it.
Yeah, that's very strange. That'd be nice if you can actually talk to a person and find out just what the problem was. If only so that you don't do it again.
Yep. All right. Let's get out of here, Blue. Final thoughts.
Okay, Jose. I don't have any thoughts. Thanks for the show today, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Bogov, final thoughts. Chike, final thoughts.
Yeah, it's a science fiction show. Not much fluff challenge here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And hold on. Yep, that's how you solve a problem. Just ask. That's what we all gotta do. We gotta talk. It doesn't matter if you think that X or Y person is mean. You never spoken with them. You never approached them. Always give you the bad look. You might have had an issue before. If you want to solve any problems, any issues, if they got something you need, if you got something they need, talking is how you solve things. What's the worst that could happen? That you get told no? I mean, I guess. Boom. All right. Let's go. Final thoughts. Farmer's Boy.
It's been a nice, chilled, relaxing little hangout. Yeah, bit of a shame that one or two of the idiots didn't turn up and shout and swear and be generally daft. But there you go. I've enjoyed it. Thank you very much, and yeah, have a good one tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Gary is not banning here. Gary was here. No, Gary was here yesterday all day. Nothing happened. No, Gary is good. I hope he didn't report the video for whatever reason, because he had worse beatings than the ones he took yesterday, and he never did. Yesterday was his normal show. I don't know what it was. Might have been the title. the overhead versus over my head. Maybe they took it out of context. Maybe it was the thumbnail about like a court because there's a trial going. I don't think it was the music. I don't know. I don't know. But no, everything is just as normal. Just the video yesterday is not available, which I will make available very soon, at least the highlights, some clips of it. J-Mac, final thoughts?
Yeah, I don't understand Gary. He's so confident and so condescending, and he knows so little. Anyway, great show. Thanks for the chat.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And if I shut this down, I'll be able to tell the people on YouTube, thank you for watching. It was the slowest Friday festivities ever we had here. And by slower, I mean more in the down low, mellow, relax, and shorter show, like half of the time that I usually do. But we are hungry. And because of that, I, Jose JG, am out. Boom. Shout out to Squeaky Earth.